The measure of a man is what he does with power. Wise men speak because they have something to say, fools because they have to say something. Courage is knowing what not to fear. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. Ignorance, the root and stem of all evil. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. Love is born into every human being. It calls back the halves of our original nature together. It tries to make one out of two and heal the wound of human nature. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. I exhort you also to take part in the great combat, which is the combat of life, and greater than every other earthly conflict. Those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed, by the masses. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Ideas are the source of all things. There is no harm in repeating a good thing. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. We are twice armed if we fight with faith. Better a little which is well done than a great deal imperfectly. The most important part of education is proper training in the nursery. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest babblers. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. We do not learn, and what we call learning is only a process of recollection. The excessive increase of anything often causes a reaction in the opposite direction. No man should bring children into the world who is unwilling to persevere to the end in their nature and education. There is truth in wine and children. The punishment which the wise suffer who refuse to take part in the government is to live under the government of worse men. There will be no end to the troubles of states or of humanity itself, till philosophers become kings in this world, or till those we now call kings and rulers really and truly become philosophers. The just man is not the product of a day, but of a long brooding and a painful birth. I know not how I may seem to others, but to myself I am but a small child wandering upon the vast shores of knowledge, every now and then finding a small bright pebble to content myself with. Love is the joy of the good, the wonder of the wise, the amazement of the gods. The punishment suffered by the wise who refuse to take part in the government is to live under the government of worse men. Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future life. The just man is happy, and the unjust man is miserable. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. Excess of liberty, whether it lies in state or individuals, seems only to pass into excess of slavery. The soul takes nothing with her to the next world but her education and her culture.